Yes, my lord, I've heard the charge.
Have you understood it?
Yes, yes, my lord, I have understood the charge.
And how do you plead? How do you plead?
I plead not guilty to this charge, my lord. Yes, my lord. I'll confirm that my lawyer has explained to me the facts about the agreed evidence, and yes, it should be usable in court. Yeah, that's what I would like to say, my lord.
Reveal, but I also have to tell you that these reports do not implicate you as the one who committed the offense. The reports only reveal the nature of injuries on the deceased persons and also the cause of death. They do not implicate you. So I want you to listen carefully, because after this process, I'm supposed to come up with a memorandum of agreed facts, which all of us are supposed to sign. So I want you to listen carefully. You'll sign, your lawyers will sign, the prosecutors will sign, and I will also sign. And then they will form part of the record of proceedings. Okay?
Yes.
So we have 4 children who are said to have been killed, and there is a doctor who performed a post-mortem examination on each one of them, or on all of them. And that doctor is called Dr. Katongole Abdul. Okay? So he examined all the 4 children and came up with the reports. So those reports, I have admitted them as prosecution exhibits. Okay? The first report is in respect of a child called Eteku Gideon, and it was done by, the examination was done by Dr. Katongole Abdul on the 2nd of April, 2026. Okay? I want you to listen carefully. And he said when he received this body, it was of a male preschool child of a black race. On evidence of trauma, there was a 14-centimeter long open wound on the right side of the neck, which was located at 66 centimeters from the right heel and the nape of the neck. It was long than it was deep. It was also characterized by smooth edge, regular margins, no bridging fibers, marginal contusion, no contusion of the underlying soft tissues. That the wound was deep, it was transecting through the esophagus, the trachea, the internal jugular vein, the vagus nerve, cut fractures of C6 vertebrae. However, the spinal cord of this body, it was intact. Then he said that the cause of death for this child was hypovolemic shock due to deep cut wounds. And in simple terms, that this child was cut, and he was cut deeply, and as a result, he died. So that is the first report. And I have admitted it, and I have marked it Exhibit 1 for the prosecution. Have you understood that?
Yes, my lord.
Okay. So the second one that you have agreed upon, your lawyers and the prosecution, is another post-mortem report. It is for a girl child. She's called again Roth Keisha Utim. Her body was also examined by the same doctor. The same doctor is called Dr. Katongole Abdul. And she was found to be a female preschool child, and she was of black race. The evidence of trauma, this child that she had, the body of this child had a 9-centimeter long open wound, and it was on the right side of the neck at 65 centimeters from the right heel and 1 centimeter from the anterior midline. And it was longer than it was deep. The wound was longer, the length was bigger or more than the depth of the wound. That this wound was also characterized by smooth edges, regular margins, and no marginal contusion, no bridging fibers. The cause of death for this child was also the same, hypovolemic shock following deep cut wound to the neck. So the doctor is saying that this child was cut deeply in the neck, and as a result, she died. Have you understood that?
Yes, yes, my lord.
Okay. So I have also admitted this postmortem report, and I have marked it PEX2. That means prosecution exhibit number 2. And the other report is in respect of another child. He's called Seriange Ignatius, and he's also a male child. He's a male preschool child. He is of black race, and it was the same doctor who examined his body as well, and that is Dr. Katongole Abdul. He found that this child had evidence of trauma or injuries, that there was a 14-centimeter long open wound on the right side of the neck, which was longer than it was deep. This wound was also longer. The length was bigger than the depth. And the wound was characterized by smooth edges and regular margins. There were no marginal contusions, bridging fibers, no contusions of the underlying tissues. The wound was also deep, and it was transecting through the skin and the underlying neck muscles. And he said also the cause of death for this child was also hypovolemic shock following deep cut injuries to the neck. So that this child also had been cut on the neck, and the cuts were deep, and that's why he died. That is, I have also admitted this report, and I have marked it prosecution exhibit number 3. Mr. Okello, have you understood this?
Yes, yes, my lord.
You've understood?
I have understood, yes, my lord.
Okay. The last one is also a post-mortem report, and this one was, the examination was done on a child called Odeke Ryan. He was found to be a male preschool child. He's of black race. The wounds on him, or the injuries on him, were 9-centimeter deep cut wound located on the right side of the neck in the oblique fashion at 60 centimeter from the right heel, stretching from the anterior midline. It was also longer than it was deep, and the wound was characterized by smooth edges, regular margins, no marginal contusions, no branching or bridging of fibers. It was deep, dissecting through the underlying neck muscles, neck vessels, and the cause of death for this child, Ryan Odeke, was also found to be hypovolemic shock following deep cut injuries to the right side of the neck. So the long and short of this is that this child was cut in the neck, and the cut was deep, and as a result of that, he died. Mr. Okello, have you understood this?
Yes, yes, my lord, I've understood it.
Okay. And I have also admitted this one as a prosecution exhibit, and I have marked it PEX 4, prosecution exhibit number 4. So Mr. Dr. Katongole Abdul is not going to come to court, but his evidence has been admitted, and so we shall call him prosecution witness number 1. And now I'm going to expect all of you to sign on my memorandum of agreed facts, and I will begin with you, Mr. Okello.